All right. Look, today I want to talk about AI and women. Because if you're a woman, you need to master AI, but not in the way you've been taught so far. Let me explain what I mean. And first, let me find myself because this heat wave is real. So, what do I mean? If you're a woman, you're already splitting yourself in so many directions. You are already multitasking, being there for everyone, being snowed under, unable to say no when you really want to scream no, and instead you end up saying yes and then blaming yourself for it, and so on and so forth. I could go on, and you know exactly what I mean. So let's just skip that part, which is where AI comes handy, isn't it? Because AI accelerates your performances, your efficiency, your productivity, and is supposed to carve out more time for you. Now, this is where it becomes very juicy because you don't need another AI tool. No. What you really need is to master the way you think about AI and a few other things that are actually completely intertwined within this AI tool in the first place, so that then you will put AI in its right place in your life and in your business, and you will benefit from it. Now, let me tell you the trap I see many women fall into. They either stay away from AI altogether because they want to be authentic. They feel like it would be faking it if they would use AI. I understand their point. However, AI is there, and if you use it properly, it's the greatest ally ever. However, you need to use it properly, and you need to give it its place, and you need to keep it in its zone if you want. Now, other women I see make a mistake is that they feel that they need to keep up with all the latest AI technology updates out there. But, darling, that's not your job. That is not your job to keep up with all the latest AI technologies out there. And bearing in mind that those updates pop out every other day. Why? Well, because they are created by teams who it is their job to actually be active and be seen as releasing new technology, new updates that are deemed to change the way the world works, basically, thanks to this new AI update, as if it was the case. Honestly. That's their job. Why? Because that's how they attract new investors, new fundings, new money. So that's their job. They're doing their job. Nothing wrong with that. Now, our job is not to keep up with their pace. Our job is to figure out, one, what is AI meant to be doing for you? And two, what do you need to protect at any cost from all the AI shenanigans? And I'm going to go there in a second. Now, to go back to my first point, what is AI meant to do for you? Well, it is meant to accelerate your efficacy, your efficiency, your productivity, right? So far, so good. However, why is it that you would want to accelerate your productivity in the first place? Is it to carve out more time for you so that, sorry, so that you, I'm just dripping, so that you can rest, you can enjoy more of life instead of working, working, working? Or is it supposed, my fan is falling apart, or is it supposed to create more work for you? Because as soon as you finish the task, you're going to, oh, well, what's the next task? Because I cannot possibly stop there. Yeah? Because of what? Because of the guilt that so many women carry around not being useful to anyone, around putting themselves as a priority, around looking after themselves and not looking after others all the time, and they don't even make it to the to-do list of things to do for people. If you find yourself in that position, feel free to comment below or whatever you feel like commenting, of course, in a respectful way, always. Below, please do so. It's always great for me to read your comments. So that's the first question, and I probably lost my trail of thought there. Yeah, the second question is this AI tool. If you fall into the trap of believing all the updates that tell you that your competition is already using the latest tool or the latest update of that tool, I want you to pause. What is the point of keeping up with your competitors? Did you ever ask yourself that question? AI or not AI, can be product offers, style, message, whatever. What's the point in trying at any cost to keep up with your competition? I'll tell you, what's the point? Zero. You have no interest whatsoever in doing that. The only thing that is guaranteed to happen if you try and keep up with the competition all the time is this. You lose track of your own essence, of what your business differentiating value is all about, of what makes you different, of your unique message, of your unique style, and you end up not being able to stand out. Because if you are constantly adjusting to kind of mimic what others are doing, well, you lower yourself down to their level, you blend, you become palatable, forgettable, and people skip. People, you know, just swipe left because, oh, another one. Oh, the same thing. Oh, the same message. Oh, the same style. Yeah, I've seen that before. But when you really ground yourself into what makes you unique, what makes you fun, feel fun, what makes you, I don't know, alive, that is a showstopper for others. For the right people, I should say. The wrong people, we're not here to care for them, to care about them, sorry. They will walk away, and that's perfect. It's how selection works in business. But the right people, they'll be attracted to you if you are pumping up the volume of what makes you unique, which requires for you not to try and keep up with your competition. I think I made my point very clear. So let's move on to the next point. The next point I wanted to say is this. If you don't check a few things before you use AI, sorry about the noise, you will be in a pickle. Oh, that's really annoying. That's the neighbor with their willy bin. All right, we're going to just give it another second or so. That should be it. Give me a second. Just going to close the window. Yeah. Well, in case the next neighbor has the same brilliant idea, at least we all sorted. So, yes, I was saying my point. Unless you are keeping in check a few very important things before you even get into AI, AI will not save you. Now, let me explain what I mean. Unless you cleanse and release all the gunk from your report, from how you report, how you relate to work, AI cannot benefit you. I'm going back to my point. If you believe that work is the only thing of value in your life, that is your identity, let's say, or even if it's not your identity, if you believe that work is so important, such a duty, such a piece of everything in your life that takes up a lot of space in your life, I mean, then AI will feed into that and will amplify this because AI is just a magnifier, it's just an amplifier of what's already there. So if you are relating to work, as in you're worshiping work as the ultimate value, nothing else matters. That's the value of work that makes you proud of yourself, that makes you respect yourself, that makes you respect others. Oh my goodness, you are doomed. So let me help you. Work should not take all the space in your life. If you want a life that's fulfilling, that is. And I know that some people will be 100% fulfilled with work taking all the space in their life. But chances are you're not part of these people, because otherwise you would have swiped, you would have skipped this video already. You want to put work at its right place. Work is just there to sustain your life, to support your life. And that is where it becomes interesting because AI is actually part of what supports your life. So let's test the idea. How do you feel in your body, in your systems, when you hear me say that? Try and use AI to save up time so that you can reinvest this time into yourself, your well-being, your own self-care, your own me time, your resting, your socializing, your pursuing your hobbies, do you see my point? I know you see my point. How do you feel when I say that? Do you feel relieved? Oh my God, yes, never thought about this. That's great. How do I do it? Or do you feel, oh my goodness, how on earth is she daring to say that? And how on earth would I even dare to think that AI could bring me more me time? No, AI is there so that I can carve out more time to work more. And if that's you, you're just putting more fuel into the fire that's already burning you. You're just you're just dialing up the speed of the treadmill you are already trapped onto, i.e. working, instead of getting off the treadmill to then go back on it, and then off, and then on back on it. You get my point. So that's the message here. One of the main takeaway for this video is how you relate to work is going to inform your how you relate to AI and how you are going to use AI to either liberate you or trap you deeper into the hole of working nonstop and feeling more under pressure. Like, you know, there's studies now that, actually it's not now, it's from 2024 if my memory is correct, that say that 77% of employees, it's in the workplace. So 77% of employees felt that their workload had gone worse since using AI. I mean, if that's the environment of work where you, of course, employees don't have full this control over the decisions as in what's the workload, how are we going to use AI, what are we going to do with the time that AI supposedly frees. But if you're in business and if you find yourself in the same situation, that is on you, my friend. That is all on you. That's why I love to work with businesswomen, because there's no excuses. We are the only one treating ourselves the way we do. No one else is telling us, supposedly, to treat ourselves the way we do. No one else? Well, we are conditioned by society, by business, gospels and gurus and rules, so-called rules, which are completely artificial, by the way. So again, your relationship with work informs how you can best use AI. And now the juicy bit. How you relate to rest informs how you will use AI and whether AI will trap you or liberate you. Hear me out. Rest has a bad reputation. It's lazy, it's unproductive, it's shameful, and anything in between. Yeah. So let's ponder on rest for a second, and let me find myself. Because rest is nothing but lazy. Rest is anything but shameful, and rest is anything but unproductive. If you don't believe me, let me prove it to you. When you rest, you're allowing your brain and your system to recharge, to process what you've been working on up until this point, and clarify and draw out a few key points that are going to take you further when you are back to work. Basically, when you rest, you sort out work. How cool is that? You don't believe me? Okay. Let me ask you, when was the last time you had an aha moment while, I don't know, taking a walk in nature or going for, I don't know, a class or exercising or very simple daily habit that we have, most of us, taking a shower. When was the last time you had an aha moment? Chances are that is exactly when you have aha moments, not when you are on your computer, focused on something with stressing out like, oh my God, the deadline, oh my God, I've got so much work, and you keep almost like bullying yourself into more work. That is not when you have aha moments. And why would you want to have aha moments? Because this is what quantum leaps you. The epiphany, the light bulb moment is what takes you out of the rut, takes you out of this hole that you were digging for yourself when pushing and pushing and pushing. And instead, it kind of not only takes you out of the rut, but it actually makes you go and jump, I don't know, miles ahead, skipping all the shenanigans and the zigzagging and the, you know, trial and errors, because you've had this aha moment that was actually you processing information from the past while you were resting to then get ahead of yourself. So I think I made my point clear. So now you understand why you want to use AI to actually rest more, not work more. You need AI to rest more, my friend. And on that note, I will leave it there. I've got gazillion other things. Sorry about the fanning. I've got gazillion other things to talk about when it comes to AI, but I would love to hear your thoughts on what I shared. Any questions, any comments? Maybe you disagree. Again, respectfully, please share, and I will respectfully reply to your comment, and we will learn together, because I think that's what we are here for, to learn together, right? And on that note, I will love you and leave you. Have a lovely day. Bye for now, and see you on the next one.